Welcome to another episode of Fill in the Blank, and much like the dreaded cornflakes, we're here to talk about another food that has a weird history behind it. Slurpee.
What?
What comes to your mind when I say Slurpee? Delightful frozen drink.
Summertime, delightful, cherry, Coke, cherry Coke.
Is that from the Icy Company?
The ices are different than Slurpees.
Ices are different, but they're mostly cherry and Coke flavors.
Yeah.
You're comparing cherry and Coke flavors to a Slurpee. I picture Mountain Dew.
Yeah, Mountain Dew is definitely a good Slurpee flavor.
Now, what's the best part about a Slurpee? What can you do to it? Mix them all together into one crazy ass combination of soda and sugar that brings the diabetes to the door.
You get your blue and your red with the Coke and the. You gotta have Coke in every Slurpee.
Cocaine or
both, the cocaine and the Coke Slurpee.
The polar bear.
Yeah.
I gotta look that one up. Why is the polar bear their logo?
It's only their logo during the winter.
Santa is during the winter.
Wait,
exactly.
No. What the fuck?
We just got off on a weird tangent.
Shit.
Well, let's talk about what a Slurpee is. The simple line for a Slurpee is a frozen carbonated beverage sold at 7-Eleven stores.
Is it? It is carbonated, isn't it?
It's soda.
I just fucking realized that, bro.
You're learning stuff already. First, you learned about.
I've had Slurpees my whole life.
Flakes.
I just like recognize that they're carbonated.
You learned about cornflakes. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on who created freaking sandwiches.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Poker time.
Poker time. Okay, let's talk about the history. You're going to start clicking a pen in the podcast
I'll stop.
series? Come on. Give me this.
Fuck shit.
History. Machines to make frozen beverages were invented by Omar Keneldick in the late 1950s. The idea for a slushed ice drink came when Keneldick's soda fountain broke down, forcing him to put his sodas in a freezer to stay cool, which caused them to become slushies. The result was popular with customers, which gave him the idea to make it a machine to help make a slushie from carbonated beverages. When it became popular, Keneldick hired artist Ruthie Taylor to create a name and logo for his invention. She created the Icy name and designed the original logo, which is used today.
Well, ices aren't carbonated.
They're not. Maybe we might find that out. Early prototypes for this machine made use of an automobile air conditioning unit. So, after a successful trial of icy machines in the 100 stores, 7-Eleven in 1965 made a licensing deal with the Icy Company to sell the product under certain conditions. Two of these were that 7-Eleven must use a different name for the product, and the company was allowed to sell the product only in 7-Eleven locations in the U.S. A non-compete clause ensuring that the two drinks never went head-to-head for distribution rights. 7-Eleven then sold the product that in 1966 became known as the Slurpee for the sound made when drinking them. The term was coined by Bob Stanford, a 7-Eleven ad agency director. So the original creator of this frozen delectable drink was Icy Company, and 7-Eleven bought it and they had to switch their name, and they had to not sell it in stores. Ices would be sold at. That explains why you can either get an Icy or you can get a Slurpee at random stores. They never have both
Slurpees
machines.
are only 7-Eleven, so.
And Wawa does Ices.
Yeah.
And so does Royal Farms and most gas stations.
Wait, no, ices are Fuck. You're messing with my brain, Robbie.
I'm messing with you, dude. You know how the popsicle was invented?
Don't tell me.
A kid was doing a little experiment, and he left a popsicle stick in one of his little. It was like a colored dye thing, and he came out and it was just stuck to the thing, and that's what gave him the idea for popsicles.
Oh my god,
nuts!
Bringing out all the cursed information.
Cornflakes. It's the secrets of the world. You need to know about cornflakes, so you stop eating it if you're trying to please yourself, and you gotta know that.
Dude, I've been eating
Slurpees,
cornflakes. So I haven't masturbated in like 2 weeks, bro.
dude. I didn't know Slurpees were strictly 7-Eleven things. I thought when someone says, "What'd you get?" A Freezy is different from an Icy. An Icy is different from a Slurpee. I just chalked them up all to the same thing. Someone says they had an Icy. I figured they had a Slurpee. No, you only get that at 7-Eleven with
Well,
the
Ices and
$10
Slurpees
cups
are the same then.
I'm confused.
Because Icy, like, so Slurpees are only made to be legally distinct from Ices.
Well, apparently the Slurpee machine has a separate spout or spigot for each flavor at the front of a tumbler or freezer, which from spigots they dispense their own Slurpees. When Slurpees first introduced, the dispensing machine was located behind the counter and the clerk dispensed the product. That's common. That's something simple, like, the guy has to do it for you so you're not overflowing the sucker. How many times do you just sit there and keep tasting every taste?
Every time.
Common flavors are frozen cherry, Coke, and Mountain Dew. But the new flavors are introduced regularly. In the Slurpee's early history, flavors rotated much more frequently than today. Slurpee flavors were given novelty names such as Pink Fink, Adults Only, Moonshine, Kissin' Cousin, Gully Washer, Sticky Icky, and Red Eye. What out of those seems tasteful for you?
None of them sound tasty.
Dude.
Fucking Red Eye?
Kissin' Cousin sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Gully Washer sounds
good.
Gully Washer sounds pretty good. How many times when you were a kid you had those little juice drinks, belly washers?
Those were fucking amazing.
You just loved the cap because it had a superhero on it.
Definitely.
Well, in 1990, Dallas-based Southland Corp, 7-Eleven's founder and U.S. operator, went bankrupt. But 7-Eleven Japan and its parent, Itokyokado, bought 70% of the Southland in 1991 for $430 million and quickly launched renovations of the U.S. stores. As a result, the U.S. chains became more efficient through 1,218 stores closed. Following the Japanese model, the new 7-Eleven set up a weekly system to monitor inventories to ensure popular items are always in stock.
Dude, is this why 7-Eleven has Pocky?
It's a Japanese store.
Oh my god.
I think you're learning more about 7-Eleven than you actually are about Slurpees.
What are you doing to me?
I'm teaching you.
Don't teach me this.
Worldwide consumption. Canadians purchased an average of 30 million Slurpee drinks per year. Manitoba was crowned the Slurpee capital of the world for the 19th year in a row. In 2018, 7-Eleven stores across Winnipeg sell an average of 188,833 Slurpee drinks per month. The rest of Canada sells an average of 179,700 per month, which makes Winnipeggers the world leader of Slurpee sales.
Wait, where's Winnipeg?
Winnipeg? What? It just said it.
Is that Japan?
No, Winnipeg's not Japan. Winnipeg's like America, I'm pretty sure. Let's look it up.
Robbie.
Yeah, Winnipeg's in America.
Robbie. No. Don't do this to me. I don't want to know that 7-Eleven.
Winnipeg is the capital city in Manitoba, Canada. That's why they said Manitoba was crowned Slurpee capital of the world. We're sitting here trying to figure out where America, and we need to get our geography. We need a globe in here. The podcast room needs a globe.
I got a spare globe.
Apologize to everybody. We're obviously not Christopher Columbuses. We're trying to teach you on Slurpees. Unlike their counterparts in America, Canadian Slurpees do not contain yucca extract, which gives it the airy consistency American Slurpees are known for. In Mexico, the Slurpee was renamed Frost. 6.6 million Slurpee drinks are sold in Australia each year. Holy crap. American Slurpees. That's why they have so
They're
much
different.
That's why they have so much air in them.
Holy shit.
They're lying to us.
But they just have the airy quality because they're like light.
Wow.
Bro.
Dietary information.
Dude.
The diet. You want me to stop?
Dude.
I seem like I'm blowing your brain.
My brain is. My wig is blowing off.
Well, let's talk
My
about...
socks have...
Just wait.
My socks are all the way across the room. My shoes are still on.
Yeah, I was wondering why. Well, the dietary information, the Diet Pepsi flavor uses sodium caseinate as an anti-freezing agent. Sugar is a natural antifreeze in other flavors, which only gives it the status of kosher dairy. The Pina Colada, Twizzler, Strawberry, Tropicana Grape Wild Strawberry, and Monster Black flavors are not kosher. They have an updated list on the CRC website. So if you get Diet Pepsi flavor, you're actually getting a nice kosher dairy product. If you're kosher, so Jews can have Slurpees.
My eyes are fucking bugging out 5 feet away from my skull, bro.
In 1965, 66 Icy transitioned to Slurpee in 7-Eleven stores and sales by the spring of 1967. Slurpee machines were in all 7-Eleven stores. In 1967, top 40 AM radio stations were losing market share to FM stations. DJs were desperate to gain audience attention. Slurpee was a kid, teen, young adult product, the main AM radio audience. The Stanford agency created a media blitz to launch Slurpee and flew agency staff all over top 40 markets with 7-Eleven stores to introduce Slurpee and the comedy commercials with funny voices and sound effects that told stories about the strange things that happened to people who slurped them. The agency backed the Slurpee's launch with a very large media budget. DJs used drops or snippets from the crazy commercials in their programs to gain audience share. The campaign became an AM radio sensation. The Stanford agency followed the Strange Things launch with a campaign and that threw away product names like Lemon Lime, Cola, or what have you, and instead created 26 weeks of 60-second commercials about Slurpees with funny names like Sticky Icky, Red Eye, Moonshine, Pink Fink, Adults Only, Kissin' Cousin, and Gully Washer.
Okay, that explains a lot. Like, they're supposed to be fucking
They're supposed to be like that. They're bringing in a 60-second commercial. These commercials were even more popular. Each flavor had a pin associated with it. These pins were made for the flavors. There was also a generic pin that simply stated, I have slurped. I have slurped and lived to tell the tale. That would be a better pin. Maybe they can upgrade it. In 1968, the official Slurp hat was offered.
My fucking brain has slid out of my ear and is attempting to escape the podcast room.
Just wait, ready? In 1970, 7-Eleven released a 45 RPM 7-inch single record entitled Dance the Slurp that was given away with Slurpee purchases. The dance side was written by Tom Merriman, one of the fathers of Radio Jungle production, and the B-side was a comedy bit detailing strange things that happened to people who slurp at 7-Eleven. The record is considered highly collectible today.
My sunglasses have escaped this reality.
For people that don't know, I paused it because I heard Evan stand up and then a crunch, and he stepped on his sunglasses because he was walking around the room not understanding what I just said.
I was trying to find my brain as it is attempting to steal Robbie's car and escape this blast of information.
So the B-side was actually a comedy bit detailing strange things that happen to people who slurp at 7-Eleven. The record is considerably highly collectible today. In 1999, Dance the Slurp was sampled by DJ Shadow and Cut Chemist for their Brain Freeze Mix album. Slurpee became the top-selling 7-Eleven product, and kids, teen, young adults came in regularly for the latest flavor, with less and less promotional expense. After funny names, the next innovation was Slurpee cups. You gotta think, I don't see a Slurpee commercial anymore. But
they're too universal.
They're too known. Like, it's when you walk into the store, like a grocery store, you know they're going to have a water fountain or a bathroom. You know.
It's like a bottled water commercial or like a Band-Aid commercial.
You know it's there.
You know you want a Slurpee when you want a Slurpee.
You're going to 7-Eleven, what are they known for? Slurpees. Slurpee became, so in 1972, baseball Slurpee cups, plastic cups with illustrations of favorite players including Johnny Bench, Pete Rose, and others. In 1973, baseball Slurpee cups with illustrations of current stars and early players like Honus Wagner. In 1973, the DC Comics Superhero Cups, a 60 Cup series. 1973 Endangered Species Cups. Congress passed the Endangered Species Act of the ESA on December 14, 1973. This triggered 7-Eleven making an advance of $250,000, representing 1 cent from the sale of more than 2 million endangered species cups to the National Wildlife Federation, who purchased bald eagle habitats. The transfer of land to the U.S. government and U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service took place on December 19, 1974, and came to be known as the Carl E. Mundt National Wildlife Refuge. So every time you buy a Slurpee, out of all the sales that get added up, end up really helping eagle nests. Think of that.
I'm
next
sprouting
time,
wings of my own right now.
Next time we purchase a Slurpee, it is going to be in the benefit of an eagle habitat. Now you have an excuse. Now kids have an excuse to tell their mom, hey, buy me this because it's helping eagles. How is it helping eagles? Because every 250 million sales, a penny of that goes to this National Research Fund where they can invest. You think they would donate more than a penny over 250 million sales? But how much are you making off of Slurpee, I guess? That's a big percent, really, if you think about it.
250 million, that's like, they're only in the 100,000s when you're talking about the yearly.
That's why you don't see too many bald eagles, bro. Not buying enough Slurpees, that's the damn problem. 1975, the Marvel series, a 60 Cup series. 1977, the Marvel Panoramic superhero series.
Spider-Man.
And 1944, 7-Eleven sought to remake Slurpee's Brain Freeze campaign targeted to adolescent MTV audience. The creative directors assigned the task of creating 4 new commercials to the Brothers Quay and Boston-based Olive Jar Animation, known for the bizarre aesthetic and influence in the stop-motion animations industry. The Quays based their Brain Freeze ad on a late 19th century photograph of a female contortionist. In the commercial, a curtain reveals the contortionist balancing on 2 chairs, bending over backward to slip a Slurpee. She falls victim to brain freeze and turns into an ice cube. Starting in 1995, free Slurpee coupons have been made available through Operation Chill for U.S. police officers to distribute to children. What?
There is radiant cold energy exploding from my brain. It is so frozen currently.
Operation Chill.
I'm currently residing in a giant ice cube.
Operation Chill, encouraging positive behavior. I'm looking this up right now. A tasty reward for staying cool. That's the Operation Chill program. This 7-Eleven community outreach program is designed to reduce crime and enhance relations between police and youth. It allows law enforcement officers to ticket kids they observe doing good deeds or exhibiting positive behavior. The ticket is actually a coupon good for a free 12-ounce Slurpee at any participating store. Now in its 23rd year, Operation Chill has grown to include more than 1,000 local law enforcement agencies in the United States and Canada. Nearly 20 million coupons have been distributed to officers on the beat in cities and towns where 7-Eleven does business. In addition to encouraging positive behaviors, Operation Chill provides opportunities for officers to establish a rapport with kids in a neighborhood. The reasons for being ticketed are varied, but the result is the same for every youngster: a free Slurpee drink and a smile for a good deed.
That is the coolest, chillest thing that I've ever heard.
I did so much nice shit in public, and I never got a damn Slurpee coupon.
I think that idea has chilled the universe to the point where no molecules are moving and time itself has stopped.
Photos from 2018, these cops smiling with kids. That is ridiculous. Slurpee, good job, 7-Eleven, making an Operation Chill program for officers to be able to connect to these kids out on the street.
My brain has frozen to this point in time.
In 1998, 7-Eleven launched Slurpee Lip Balm to the market. Other Slurpee flavored products have included Slurpee gum, which had led a liquid candy center. In 2002, the World Wrestling Federation launched promotional cups featuring the likes of The Rock, Rob Van Dam, Lita, the Hardy Boys, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kurt Angle, Undertaker, and Trish Stratus. The designs were on a 40-ounce Slurpee cups and 34-ounce thermal mugs. I have some of these Slurpee cups.
I do as well.
I have the Iron Man ones. In 2004, 7-Eleven created an edible Slurpee straw.
I've had that before. It's really good.
In 2005, 7-Eleven promoted the film Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith by making a Mountain Dew Pitch Black Dark Side Slurpee, which came in a cup shaped like Darth Vader's helmet. In 2007, as part of the Quickie Mart promotion for the feature film The Simpsons Movie, Slurpees at 7-Eleven were renamed Squishies.
Squishies!
The analog in the Simpsons universe, and sold in a special collector cup. So they renamed in 2007, calling it Squishies. Starting on November 4th, 2008, 7-Eleven worked with Nexon to promote Slurpees to gamers that play on Nexon.net. The Slurpee cups had images printed on them from certain Nexon games and a code printed on them that could be redeemed on a website for special in-game items. Also for professional wrestling, WWE SummerSlam 2010, 7-Eleven offered collectible Slurpee cups of Rey Mysterio, John Cena, The Undertaker, Triple H, and Kelly Kelly. I had all those. They also came with collectible straws with figures of each wrestler on them. The flavor used a promotion with Barks Root Beer, as well as the 2011 SummerSlam, which again featured Cena, The Miz, 2009 WWE Hall of Famer Stone Cold Steve Austin, and The Rock. The flavor used for the promotion was Fanta's Berry Citrus Slam. Every year on the 11th of July, 7-Eleven month and day, 7-Eleven offered a free 7.11 fluid ounce 210 milliliter Slurpee in the US and Canada through 2014. Since 2015, the size increased to a 12 fluid ounce size. I think we all know about 7-Eleven Day.
Ladies and gentlemen, the temperature in the room has decreased to absolute zero.
Operation Chill.
We are at maximum cool.
And you got sunglasses on inside, you dick. In Australia, free Slurpees are given on November 7th to coincide with 7-Eleven Day. Since July 7th, 2011, 7-Eleven has partnered with Cinemark Theaters, marketing the first time Slurpees are sold outside its parent franchise. 32 theaters were chosen in Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas, and Portland, Oregon. This marks the first reappearance of the Slurpee brand in the Houston metro area since 1990. All 7-Elevens in the Houston area were sold to national convenience stores that own Stop and Go. All Houston area 7-Elevens were rebranded as Stop and Go's until Diamond Shamrock acquired the franchise in the late 1990s. Now part of the Valero conglomerate of crude oil refineries and retail convenience stores, most commonly operated under the Valero brand with generic names. So you got to think, all this time people couldn't get Slurpees in Houston because they were remarketed to Stop and Go.
Well, the entire West doesn't have Wawa, so
How do those people live?
they don't.
2012 has the Slurpee being sold at Six Flags amusement parks chain in a marketing agreement to promote the product in 10 states. In Australia on September 21st, 2011, 9/11, customers could bring in their own cups or container regardless of size and fill it full of Slurpee for only $2.60, a portion of the price of a Super Slurpee. As long as it would fit through a cutout hole limiting the size, this did not stop people from receiving up to and above 5 liters of Slurpees for less than the price of a Super Slurpee. This event was known as the Bring Your Own Cup Day. Wow. Since 11th of April 2015, Bring Your Own Cup Day in U.S. locations originally occurred once annually, now semi-annually since 2016. Slurpee fans could come in and enjoy any size cup that fit through the cutout hole. For about $1.49 for the first 2 years, this promotion occurred again on 19/20th, August 2016 in honor of Slurpee's 50th anniversary. It returned on 19th to 20th May 2017, but the price was $1.50 plus tax, and returned once more on August 18th to 19th. On November 7th, 2015, 7-Eleven stores in the USA celebrated the giving season with Name Your Own Price Day for small Slurpee drinks. Net proceeds from all large Slurpee purchases were donated to Feeding America to support local food banks.
That sounds like such a cool
I like
charity
what you did
campaign.
there. A blast of is it a blast of refreshing air?
The second I said cool, I saw the chill wind blast your hood back off your head. I saw the frost collect on your eyebrows.
Jack Frost is nipping at my heels. Since May 2018, as a result of the 7-Eleven Sunoco LP agreement existing, Stripes convenience stores, now part of the 7-Eleven business portfolio, rebranded its Slush Monkey frozen beverage to the Slurpee brand. Since the rebranding, the 40-ounce Slurpee cup usually sold at 7-Eleven locations is absent from Stripes since the cup dispensers were designed for 3 sizes: small, medium, and large. So what is your thought on the history of the creation of the Slurpee, where it's at now, and things it has done?
Well,
beneficial to society?
You're not talking to Evan anymore. Evan's brain is in Connecticut by now in Robbie's car. You're talking now to the collection of Slurpee that is coalesced in Evan's body's brain.
Such large words for such a simple drink, but this simple drink packs a large motivation. It impacted most of your childhood, you gotta think. If not all of it. I remember so many times asking to get a Slurpee every time we stopped to get gas.
Yeah, Slurpees are...
like the McDonald's and those Chicken McNugget Happy Meals. Slurpees ran the 90s and ran the 2000s, and they keep on running the game ever since. They were created in 1950. There's not much you can really say on top of Slurpee, man, because I'm telling you, man, I think we just slurped our brains into a good old podcast. Evan's trying to think of something to say with this brain freeze he's got going on.
My brain is so cool and chill. It is frozen in time. I cannot think of anything to say about the Slurpee.
This Slurpee ending had a good ending, and then you just totally froze it solid like an ice cube.
Robbie's house is now one giant ice cube.
Well, you know what this means? That Slurpee just melted away the competition. Oh! Stay tuned for our next episode on maybe another weird food or other thing that you don't know about. Have I ever told you about